Hi and welcome for our new video. Today I have a visitor called Wåreus from Google Sweden. Welcome.
Thank you.
Carl have been today at our CMO2 course talking about modern ways to do marketing. So you started today talking about how consumers are developing actually faster than the companies. So do you have any tips how companies can really keep up with the pace?
Yes, I think that one of the most important things is try to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer. I mean, we are all digital consumers and using the journeys that we're in there. And every time we feel that, here's something that's not smooth enough, then we should react, especially when we try it on our own products. So shit, how can I make this smoother? What do I need to do? We have silos in the organization. What's making this not be so smooth that I want it to be? To make it quick on the mobile page, to make it convert very quickly, etc. Be extremely obsessed about those things and then set KPIs towards that you can follow that in a way. So I think that's the basis for that. You have to be obsessed by your own consumer journeys and how you can do that.
Okay, that's really basic thing that really
Absolutely, but
people
not enough company does it actually.
That's true, that's really true. And you talk about three main areas which companies should provide for customers. Can you explain a bit more of those areas?
Yes, it's about relevance, it's about convenience, and it's about purpose. And what we mean about relevance is that it's activating the data you have. There's a lot of data out there, but as a company should activate on the ones that really makes a difference for your consumers. How can I make the journey with the things that I want to fix for my consumers easier? And then I need to ask them for data. And that's what GDPR comes in. And it will give us allowance to get that data if we can provide value for our customers. So that's a good thing. So that's the relevance piece so that we know we're doing the right thing for the consumers. And the convenience piece is the one we touched upon about the consumer journeys before. I mean, set yourself in how can I make the journey as smooth as it can be? And from a marketing perspective, not just from a product standpoint, but also where is it best for me to influence with marketing during the journey? How can I influence the most with the least money, etc. And look at that. So that's the convenience piece. And the last one is the overarching bigger piece, which is purpose. Do I have a bigger purpose for my brand? What do we actually do for people? And set up on a higher level, because that company that does that, we know over time is more profitable than company that doesn't do that.
Those are really great tips. And you talk also about successful marketing recipe. You had many ingredients. Can you maybe tell about those more?
And that was more about creating an organization that is set up for the future. And there's a lot of things that needs to go into that stew. But of course, hiring the right people, giving them the freedom to perform, setting up the right structure for them to collaborate in the best manners, so that we get different competences that can work together. Now, creating a learning culture so that people continues to learn much more. Because jobs will change, and the ones that can be automated will be automated, and they will be done by machines instead. So we as humans have to actually do more fun jobs. And then last but not least, that we still need good managers to hold this all together.
Those are really good ones. I had also a question from one of our members, and she would like to know which will be maybe the 5 first steps now when she go back to her desk and continue working on what she's working, which she can implement for today.
I think that the most important is the first step is to start that discussion in the companies with her manager, with her CEO.
Yeah, maybe that way. Yeah.
That will probably be the most important thing to see, okay, what do we need? And I think in order for companies to be successful in the digital transformation, and that includes the whole organization, is actually that you get a way to include all people that are working there into this change. Because it's a change of way we're working, it's a change with set of structure, and it's a change, and it will be a change of the whole culture of the organization if you're going to be really successful over time. So I think that starting that, and then when you are moving ahead in that journey, not trying to do everything at once, deciding okay, we as a company, let's say this half year, we're going to really get better at hiring, hiring the right people.
Yeah.
We're going to put us up on a new level of that, and then we're going to stay there. And the next half year or quarter, we're going to focus on, etc., another area, so that we learn at the organization and become better over time, sustainably better. It's not just a campaign that then goes away. So I think that would be the, don't try to do everything at once. It's going to be overwhelming. It took us a long time to do what we are doing, and so I think that would be it.
Great. And about the continuous learning, because I suppose that's really like big thing nowadays, that you have to like really like implement that in your company. Do you have any like tips how to start that in management step?
Yeah, start from the top. It has to be, everybody has to, if what interests my boss fascinates me. So the boss and the top has to be very interested about learning. Then people will also become, then you'll have to give them freedom to set their way of learning. People have different ways. Obviously we need to develop tools for learning, but then people have different ways of learning. And then one trick I have is that I force myself to do presentations about the thing I want to learn. And the thing I try to implement in my team. And if you present something, you really have to learn it. So that's a trick on learning, I would say, that you can use.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Day and for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Please follow and like this video, and I see you in the next one.